Welcome to Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Suzy Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss about the established bike lane networks in the country. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on the proper way of joining traffic in a rotunda or roundabout. This week's Spying to Pet shall be about the limit on the number of passengers in POVs. The public service segment centers on an incorrect traffic violation call. Showcase this week shall have the pickup truck from Isuzu, the D-Max LSE.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are in this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
The Mitsubishi Strada athlete, confident to the core.
Suzuki Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. Even with the construction for the MRT-7 only halfway through, the trains for the line have begun to arrive.
Work on completing the elevated track and stations of the MRT-7 is more than halfway complete after the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as right-of-way problems delayed construction. But the first batch of trains for the MRT-7 that will provide a commuter rail service from Quezon City to San Jose del Monte in Bulacan has already been delivered. Delivered were 2 train sets with 3 cars each, or a total of 6 cars. These are part of the 36 train sets, or 108 cars ordered from Hyundai Rotem. The rest are expected to be delivered in batches in the following months and up to the next year. Ramon Ang, president of San Miguel Corporation, said the timely arrival of brand new high-quality trains from South Korea shows that the job of nation building continues even amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, and that work on improving infrastructure has not stopped. Already, the MRT-7 is now over 54% complete, with installation of board piles, girders, and other foundational works done on a significant portion of the project. Meanwhile, work is being facilitated to complete the guideway and the stations, as well as the electronic and mechanical works, including the electric power system, computer and communication system, signaling systems, and automatic fare systems. All the necessary equipment for such systems have already been ordered and slated for delivery. The MRT-7 will see a 22.8-kilometer elevated rail transit line with 14 stations from San Jose del Monte in Bulacan to North Avenue in Quezon City, where it will link with the MRT-3.
The arrival of the MRT-7 trains can be a source of optimism that, despite current difficulties brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic, economic progress will continue. A new bus route provides a seamless link from the LRT-1 to terminals of NAIA.
September sees the start of a new bus service linking the LRT-1 to the Ninoy Aquino International Airport terminals. Light Rail Manila Corporation, or LRMC, operator of the LRT-1, and P2P bus service operator Ube Express Incorporated, or UbeX, have signed an agreement that will see the operation of a new UbeX route, a premium airport bus service. The new route will provide seamless transportation from the LRT-1 EDSA station to SM Mall of Asia, the Isla Malls Manila Bay, the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange, and NAIA Terminals 1, 2, and 3. The service will use a 24-seater bus equipped with free Wi-Fi, GPS, and CCTV cameras. The first trip of the UbeX bus begins at 6 a.m. daily, and the last trip is at 7 p.m., with a bus arriving every 30 minutes. Fare can be paid using the same beep cards used on the LRT-1. The partnership with UbeX is part of an LRMC initiative to collaborate with bus and other transport operators to provide seamless connections to the LRT-1.
Authorities have been pushing for the integration of various modes of land transport. This new partnership and service is a good example of this sort of integration that can only benefit commuters. There is a growing concern that not all motorcycles seen using the tollways have a right to be there.
More and more motorcycles are being seen inside tollways, most of the time in packs, occasionally as solo riders. The rise of motorcycles in expressways may have been inevitable, as there have been an exponential increase in motorcycle registrations in the last 2 decades. Reports show that motorcycle ownership has increased from around 720,000 units in the early 2000s to 1.7 million in 2019. But there is a growing concern that many motorcycles inside tollways may not have engines with displacements of 400cc and above, as mandated by law. Tollway authorities are urged not to rely on cursory inspection of motorcycles to determine if they can be allowed inside tollways. Highway patrolmen are also now being urged to carefully inspect documents of motorcycles they suspect to have sub-400cc engines. At the same time, they were also asked not to rely solely on documents but also learn how to accurately check displacements of motorcycle engines. Motorists are also urged to be vigilant against violators of the ban on motorcycles with less than 400cc engines inside expressways.
Tollway operators should take the lead in ensuring only motorcycles with engines of 400cc and above use expressways, and those caught should be penalized to the full extent of the law. And those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. The numbers are impressive. Nearly 500 kilometers of bike lanes completed in 3 major urban areas. More than 100 million pesos spent. But are the bike lanes being properly used? Are they safe? These questions and other issues will be discussed in this edition of Motoring Forum.
When public transport was made unavailable during the government's first experiments at locking down communities to prevent the spread of COVID-19, people rediscovered the lowly bicycle. For the many essential workers faced with no motorized mode of getting from home to work and back, the bicycle was a perfect alternative to merely walking. And even when various modes of public transport were again made available, albeit with limited capacity and strict protocols, those who discovered bicycles for personal mobility continued to prefer cycling to work and moving around the metro. With more and more cyclists on roads now seeing more public utility and private vehicles on the road, many fear accidents are bound to happen, and some did end with more close calls than ever. Cycling groups began clamoring for exclusive lanes for bicycles. Authorities began slowly responding positively to the call, dusting off and refurbishing existing bike lanes and establishing new ones. But soon, authorities, specifically the DOTR and the DPWH, began a program to establish bicycle lanes in major urban centers, particularly Metro Manila, Metro Cebu, and Metro Davao. Funds for establishing much of the bicycle lanes were provided by the Bayanihan to Recover as One Act of 2020, with a total allocation of 145.371 million pesos. The DOTR also began partnering with the private sector to promote the use of the bicycle and other forms of what authorities are now calling active transport. DOTR and SM Cares, the corporate social responsibility arm of SM Supermalls, had published and distributed a biker's manual that promoted safety, courtesy, and etiquette on the road among cyclists, motorists, and pedestrians. Even as the country continued to struggle with the COVID-19 pandemic, surging of cases prompting authorities to tighten community quarantine protocols in many areas, the DOTR and the DPWH, in cooperation with local governments, continued to develop bike lanes. In the second year of the pandemic, DOTR Secretary Arthur Togada is crisscrossing the country, inspecting progress on bike lanes, encouraging people to try active transport, while pushing other programs to help drivers and transport operators sustain their livelihoods, like the service contracting program. And soon, Secretary Togada is also inaugurating the completed bike lanes. In Metro Manila, around 313 kilometers of bike lanes were established, cutting through Pasig, Marikina, Quezon City, Caloocan, Manila, San Juan, Mandaluyong, Makati, Pasay, Las Piñas, Parañaque, and Taguig. In Metro Davao, the 54.744-kilometer bike lane network was completed that spans across 14 road sections, including Quimpo Boulevard, Sandawa Road, Rojas Avenue, Quezon Avenue, Quirino Avenue, Jacinto Extension, Dr. A. Gahol Street, Mabini Street, F. Torres Street, Loyola Street, Porras Street, Inigo Street, and Decacho Street. In Metro Cebu, around 138 kilometers of bike lanes were established traversing 4 key cities: Lapu-Lapu, Mandaue, Cebu, and Talisay. After Secretary Togada finished formally inaugurating the network of bike lanes in these trio of major urban centers, a total of 495 kilometers of bike lanes have been built, much of it featuring white and green pavement markings, signages, bollards, or concrete delineators, bike symbols, solar studs, as well as bike racks in strategic areas. Aside from the bike lanes in major urban areas, many of the more progressive local government units, with DPWH as an active partner, have already incorporated bike lanes in their urban development plans, some in the construction stage, others already completed. Examples include Iloilo City with 4 kilometers of traffic segregated bike lanes and Bacolod City with bike lanes on or along the National Road. Even before the pandemic, the DPWH had begun incorporating bike lanes and wide sidewalks in many road extension and widening projects. However, aside from the bike lanes that were built as part of national roads, long stretches of bike lanes are taken from the outermost lanes of major thoroughfares and even secondary streets. Critics say that these can still be dangerous to cyclists if drivers or cars and riders of motorcycles continue to motor over them or even park over them. Others also point out that the bike lanes also cause congestion as they limit the number of lanes other vehicles can use. Still, cycling enthusiasts and advocates of active transport are encouraged to see government at the national and local levels finally seeing the merits of incorporating bike lanes in urban development plans.
The biggest takeaway from the completion of bike lanes is that government is now promoting the use of what it calls active transport, primarily cycling, and that many local government units are including establishment of bike lanes in their plans for urban development. That's our Motoring Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Make long distance easy with the Mirage G4.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
You're back with us here on Motoring Today. We now have this week's valuable motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines. When you're about to enter a runabout or rotonda, paunahin muna ang mga sasakyan na kasalukuyan ng tumatakbo dito. When it's already safe to do so, saka ka pumasok. Always be aware of your surroundings at huwag magmadali. More motoring tips for you here on Motoring Today. Proper driver's demeanor while behind the wheel through Mitsubishi Motors Philippines.
Payo chopper lang kaibigan. Ako si Alejandro Luico, isang kapwa nyo chopper. Huwag nang ipilit magsakay ng pasahero kung hindi nakasya.
Ang bawat pampasadang sasakyan ay mayroong tinatawag na passenger limit o bilang ng mga pasahero na magkakasya. Kapag puno na, iwasang magtawag pa ng ilan at ipagsiksikan. Tandaan din na bawal maglagay ng ekstrang bangko sa gitna ng pampasadang sasakyan.
Palaging isipin na mahalaga rin na komportable ang ating mga pasahero. Ito po si Alejandro Luico, payong chopper lang, kaibigan mula sa inyong kapwa nyo chopper.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
The Mitsubishi Strada athlete, confident to the core.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Suzuki Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
Live extra with the Mitsubishi Xpander Cross.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
The Nissan Terra has leveled up. But has Nissan done enough in upgrading its entry into the mid-size SUV segment to be able to compete head-on with the big boys? Nissan describes the new Terra as a smart and reliable family SUV that gives owners confidence in comfort, control, safety, and peace of mind. It says it took the well-known all-terrain toughness and capabilities learned from 7 years of Nissan heritage and added the latest technologies to turn the new Terra into the perfect partner for sharing experiences with family and loved ones. The new Nissan Terra arrives in 4 variants, the VL 4x4 and 4x2 automatic. the VE 4x2 automatic, and the EL 4x2 manual. The new Terra exterior features the V Motion Grille, a redesigned front bumper, quad LED projector headlamps, redesigned rear bumper, chrome center finisher, updated spoiler design, shark fin antenna, and new 18-inch two-tone alloy wheels. The new two-tone Terra cabin features upgrades that include a center console with integrated wireless charging and e-parking brake, a high-contrast 7-inch advanced drive assist display, and a 9-inch advanced touchscreen display audio with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, an 11-inch flip-down rear monitor, plus an 8-speaker Bose premium sound system for the VL 4x4 variant. The old Terra was already equipped with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, but the new Terra has a fuller suite of driver assist and safety technology that includes intelligent driver alertness and 360 safety shield. Prices start at 1.649 million pesos for the EL 4x2 manual, up to 2.339 million pesos for the VL 4x4 automatic. Suzuki Philippines is stepping up efforts to get more vehicles rolling out of showrooms and into homes of buyers this September. Suzuki calls this latest salvo for sales in September for the Win promo. Until the end of the month, 4 of its popular models, the Celerio, Swift, Sayaz, and Vitara All Grip, are offered with great deals that Suzuki hopes will see a rush of reservations this month. Suzuki's Micro 5 passenger hatchback, the Celerio, can be driven off the dealership with a low down payment of 29,000 pesos. That's for the Celerio CVT variant. A 60,000 peso cash discount is also being dangled at buyers. Also offered with a low down payment of 29,000 pesos is the Suzuki Swift, a bigger and sportier hatchback. Also offered for the Swift is an 80,000 peso cash discount. The Sayaz Suzuki subcompact sedan can be had for a low down payment of 49,000 pesos or a 70,000 peso cash discount. Number 4 in the 4 to Win promo is the Suzuki Vitara All Grip, a compact SUV with an all-wheel drive system. Suzuki is offering a low down payment scheme of 90,000 pesos and a cash discount of 70,000 pesos. Keiichi Suzuki, Vice President and General Manager of Automobile of Suzuki Philippines, says Suzuki is excited and optimistic that with the promo and vehicle it offers, Suzuki may be able to help uplift the quality of life of Filipinos. Honda Cars Philippines may be selling a good number of vehicles with its Keep On Driving promo that it has extended it up to the end of September. Under the promo, Honda has been offering hefty cash discounts for several models including the all-new City Sedan, BRV, Brio, Civic, Jazz, HRV, Odyssey, and new Civic Type R. The discounts range from 20,000 pesos for the 2021 Jazz RS and HRV RS to 100,000 pesos for the new 2021 Civic Type R 2.0 VTEC Turbo Honda Sensing. The Keep On Driving promo also offers attractive all-in down payments for the all-new City Sedan and Hatchback, BRV, Brio, Civic, new CRV, Jazz, and HRV. Also extended are special all-in financing programs of 10% down payment with 36 to 60-month payment terms for select models that are available in collaboration with Honda's partner banks, BPI, Family Savings Bank, China's Bank Savings, Bank of Commerce, and RCBC. Then there's the 5,000 peso cash discount offered to owners of Honda vehicles who want to add another Honda to his or her garage.
Our car of the week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. The pickup war is heating up, with more brands and variants providing buyers a multitude of attractive choices. Showcase takes a look at the all-new Isuzu D-Max LSE.
The Isuzu D-Max has always been in the mix for best-selling pickup. Over the years, the Isuzu midsize pickup has developed a loyal following of owners who loved it for its utility, reliability, and handsome looks, as well as for Isuzu's renowned fuel-efficient and powerful diesel engines. Isuzu rolled out the all-new 2021 D-Max to generally good reviews. Let's check out the Isuzu D-Max LSE. With the thicker cladding, the front bumper guard, and the roof rails, the top-of-the-line 2021 D-Max is 5,277mm long, 1,880mm wide and 1,810mm tall, with a 3,125mm long wheelbase. The D-Max LSE sits 240mm off the ground on 18-inch matte dark gray alloy wheels, wrapped by 265 60 R18 all-terrain tires. The latest generation Isuzu D-Max may have the most aggressive fascia ever, with the bulldog nose for the grille, if you can imagine a bulldog with gun metallic nose, and Angry Bird eyes for headlamps. The headlamps are bi-LED projector types, by the way, with automatic leveling, LED daytime running lights, and auto on and off function on the D-Max LSE. The turn signal and fog lamps protrude like torpedo tube launchers from the grille's-like slits on the side. The rear also looks a little bit angry, with the large double LED rear combination lamps with light guide and rear fog lamps, but very much functional with two-step integrated type body-colored rear bumper, the cargo bed that comes with an extender and a bed liner. Other exterior features on the D-Max LSE include side view mirrors with integrated turn lights that power adjust and fold, rain-sensing wipers, and step cord. The Isuzu D-Max now comes with a lot of the techier and convenience features that make driving and riding a pickup such a breeze. This is especially true with the D-Max LSE. It's got remote car lock and remote start engine functions. Once inside, the driver and front seat passenger get hugged in brown leather bucket seats. The driver can adjust his seat 8 ways. The steering wheel also comes in leather. It tilts and telescopes and features switches for audio, phone, and voice controls, as well as driver's assist systems and the multi-information display. The spacious cabin can seat 5 comfortably. The second row seat for 3 splits and folds 60/40. The dash features soft touch surfaces, an instrument cluster with 4.2-inch electroluminescent multi-information display, and the 10.4-inch touchscreen infotainment system. One can use both Apple or Android phones on the infotainment system through Bluetooth connection or USB. It also comes with auxiliary in port and plays through 8 speakers in the LSE. There's ample in-cabin storage for much of the stuff millennials carry around, and for beverage and cups. Isuzu even kept the storage space on top of the dash. A 12-volt accessory outlet is standard. Dual zone climate control and aircon vent on rear console keeps everyone all cool and comfy in the cabin. The D-Max LSE is both fun and comfortable to drive. The fun comes from a 2000cc 4-cylinder turbocharged and intercooled diesel engine that generates 150 horsepower and 450 Nm of torque. The LSE comes with 4x4 drive, 6-speed automatic transmission with sequential shift, transfer control switch, and aluminum rear drive shaft. Isuzu says the new D-Max has a bigger and stronger chassis with greater torsional rigidity for improved handling and stability. Noise and vibration reduction was also given emphasis in the new D-Max's development. The suspension system uses double wishbones with coil spring and high-mounted upper control arm, and stabilizer in front and long-span semi-elliptical soft ride leaf spring in the rear. Isuzu said this new D-Max suspension system has been configured to minimize body roll, be more stable with cargo loaded in the back, and improve ride comfort. The brake system uses front ventilated discs and rear auto-adjust drums. Isuzu fitted the D-Max with its advanced driver assist systems, or ADAS. This is a suite of driver assist technologies that include forward collision warning, autonomous emergency brake, adaptive cruise control with manual speed limiter, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and parking aid sensors with 4-eye rear view camera. Also added for safety are 7 SRS airbags, anti-lock brake system with electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, electronic stability control, hill start assist, and hill descent control. Isuzu D-Max LSE has serious off-road capabilities. This is signaled by the presence of underbody protection that includes transfer case protector, transmission cover, front and rear skid plates. The all-new D-Max has also improved approach and departure angles for taking on rough roads and ascending and descending trails, as well as increased safe weighting capability to 800mm. The all-new Isuzu D-Max LSE exemplifies the trend for making pickups a very comfortable and connected daily drive, a very practical utility vehicle, and very capable off-roader.
There's a lot to like in the all-new Isuzu D-Max, especially the LSE variant that got everything of the new stuff that could be shoehorned in a pickup truck. But will liking turn to buying? The sales numbers will tell us that in time. That's our featured vehicle on this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program. with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance, included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential guarantees auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Introducing the all-new Isuzu D-Max into new heights.
Make long distance easy with the Mirage G4.
We now have our segment that dwells on the wide array of motoring problems not only in the metro but all over the country as well. This is where we present problems referred to us or we ourselves see and hope to fully find solutions for. Our public service segment is next.
Social media has been an avenue for motorists to air their concerns, especially on traffic rules and regulations, including incorrect calls, one of which will be discussed in this public service. As posted and claimed by a motorist, a traffic enforcer cited him for swerving but insisted that there are broken lines still, making his changing of lanes legal. The enforcer then said it is beating the red light.
Wala pa sa broken line pa yun. Hindi, nakaupo lang po tayo, kala nyo kasi wala pa po. Ito po, bigyan nyo po. Broken line po. Ha? Meron po ako nga. Sige, tignan natin. Broken line po kanina yun. Tignan natin. Kapi po tayo.
The changing of calls seems suspicious to the motorist and pities those who will become victims by this. Looking at the comments section, a bunch of motorists share their own experiences that, if you really come to think of, is very alarming. Here's hoping that the proper authorities take action and investigate on this matter.
That's our public service segment this week. And should you yourself encounter motoring problems that need immediate attention, please feel free to contact us. See the details being flashed on your screen. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, please don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 35th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with the lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa.
Happy motoring!
Happy motoring!
Welcome to Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Ray Louis Gamboa.
And I'm Suzy Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the significance of the Calac Silang East Interchange opening. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on the zipper rule. This week's Spying to Pet shall be about the illegal use of mobile phones while driving. The public service segment centers on discussions on localized no-contact apprehension program. Showcase this week shall have the large SUV from Subaru, the Evoltis Touring Eyesight.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are in this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
The Mitsubishi Strada Athlete, confident to the core.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. The Cavitex plans to improve its cashless toll collection system even as it announces that the Cavitex C5 Link project is still at 20% complete.
Construction of the Cavitex C5 Link is in full swing and the project is now 20% complete. Already, Segment 3A1 of the C5 Link has been completed, and since 2019, it has been operational and installed with automatic license plate recognition or ALPR cameras to complement the RFID toll collection system. Segment 3A1 connects Merville to C5 Road. In announcing progress with the Cavitex C5 Link, the Cavitex Infrastructure Corporation or CIC revealed plans to install ALPR cameras at toll gates of the Cavitex. The Cavitex C5 Link is a 7.7-kilometer, 2x3 lane expressway that will connect Cavitex R1 to C5 Road in Taguig. The CIC reports that construction of segments 3A2, stretching from E. Rodriguez to Merville, and segment 2 from Cavitex R1 interchange to Sucat interchange is in full swing. Work includes ground improvements, concrete pouring, construction of slab deck, drainage system, and bridge substructure works. The Cavitex C5 Link will reduce travel time between Cavitex to Makati and Taguig and vice versa by 30 to 45 minutes, benefiting around 50,000 motorists.
Observers note that the ALPR can not only complement the RFID toll collection system, but also take over the system entirely. That may be the future of cashless toll payment. All's well that ends well with the claims filed by NLEX and Cavitex against the TRB for damages from delays in toll adjustments.
The Permanent Court of Arbitration or the Arbitration Tribunal has ruled on two cases subsidiaries of the Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation, NLEX Corporation and Cavitex Infrastructure Corporation, regarding their claim for damages against the Toll Regulatory Board or TRB. NLEX and Cavitex had filed separate claims against the TRB for damages arising from delayed toll rate adjustments based on petitions filed back in 2012 and 2014. The Arbitration Tribunal set aside the claim of NLEX after noting that TRB had already approved rate adjustments in October of 2018, which the tollway began implementing in March of 2019. In the claims filed by the Cavitex and the Philippine Reclamation Authority against TRB, the Arbitration Tribunal dismissed the case without ruling on the merits after both filed to withdraw their claims. Following the rulings, Metro Pacific Tollways President Rodrigo Franco indicated that both NLEX and Cavitex would respect the rulings, noting that the present administration had been fair with its dealings with them regarding petitions for toll adjustments and other issues.
Mr. Franco added that the company will continue to closely cooperate with government agencies for the implementation of vital infrastructure projects, support efforts to end the pandemic, and do its part in accelerating economic recovery through infrastructure developments. First, the tracks have been laid for some segments of the MRT-7. Now, train sets are being laid on the track. The MRT-7 looks well on its way to becoming a part of the rail network that reaches all the way from Metro Manila to Bulacan.
San Miguel Corporation or SMC has lost no time in installing the first train sets that have arrived from South Korea on completed segments of the tracks of the MRT-7. SMC is the concessionaire of the said project, a 22-kilometer transit system that will link up with the MRT-3 and LRT-1 and extends from North Avenue in Quezon City to San Jose del Monte in Bulacan. Two train sets consisting of 3 cars each recently arrived from South Korea. After clearing customs at the Port of Manila, the train sets were dispatched to the MRT-7 tracks between University Avenue and Tandang Sora. Both would now be set up on the tracks awaiting the first test run to be conducted by next year. According to SMC President Ramon Ang, the company is working round the clock to meet the first test run by next year. SMC ordered a total of 36 train sets or 108 cars from Hyundai Rotem and expects 6 train sets to be shipped by the end of this year, including the 2 already delivered and now set on the MRT-7 tracks. The MRT-7 will be a modern train network with electric power, computer and communications, signaling, and automatic fare systems. It will reduce travel time from Quezon City to Bulacan to just 35 minutes.
One thing about the MRT-7, it's making a move to Bulacan a lot more attractive. SMC is doing a lot to develop the province too. The subsidy for transport operators to earn enough to keep going under pandemic conditions will continue to be provided for those who have signed or will sign up.
The LTFRB has relaunched the Service Contracting Program or SCP, which helps transport operators and PUV drivers continue to earn and sustain services even under capacity restrictions. Under the SCP, first implemented and funded under Republic Act 11494, otherwise known as the Bayanihan to Recover as One Act, participants in the program were paid for the number of trips they undertake daily while still charging fare from passengers. This ensured that public transport is available for commuters while also guaranteeing jeepney and bus drivers continue to earn enough to sustain operations. Later, the SCP was used to support the Libreng Sakay program for health workers, which later included authorized persons outside residence, first in Metro Manila and later in other regions. The SCP is being relaunched with 3 billion pesos in funding allocated from the 2021 General Appropriations Act. DOTR Secretary Arthur Tagada said the SCP is being relaunched not only because it helps drivers and operators maintain their livelihood, it also helps with the livelihoods of other sectors of society. There is also a need to extend the Libreng Sakay program to more regions of the country still dealing with the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, said Secretary Tagada.
The DOTR has been meeting up with transport groups to encourage more operators and drivers to participate in the program. One would think that they really don't need much encouragement to sign up for incentives. Those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. A segment of the Cavite-Laguna Expressway has recently been opened to motorists. Its significance will be discussed on this edition of Motoring Forum.
By this time, motorists are experiencing the benefits of the 14.24 segment of the 45km Cavite-Laguna Expressway or CALEX now in operation. With completion and opening of the Silang East Interchange, motorists can now travel from Mamplasan in Binyan, Laguna up to Silang East, exiting at Tibig Road in Silang, Cavite. The DPWH and CALEX concessionaire MP Cal Holdings Inc. or MHI estimate the operational segment can now accommodate 5,000 motorists daily. When fully complete and operational, the 45km CALEX, built at a cost of approaching 56 billion pesos, will be serving 45,000 vehicles daily while providing a seamless link between the Cavitex and the SLEX.
Itong project, from 2 hours yung biyahe from Cavite to Laguna. Kung dati po 2 hours, 1 hour na lang. Pag natapos rin yung connector ng MNTC, yung biyahe po from SLEX to NLEX, 10 minutes din ulit. So magkakaroon ng dalawang bypass ang EDSA. And that's a great comfort to the Filipinos.
CALEX will also have several exchanges including at Kawit, Governor's Drive, the Open Canal, Silang Aguinaldo Highway, Silang East, Santa Rosa Tagaytay, Laguna Boulevard, and Laguna Techno Park, making many communities of Cavite and Laguna easily accessible to each other. This is expected to boost trade between the two provinces as well as tourism and economic activity in the Calabarzon region. Another expected benefit is that the CALEX will help decongest traffic on Governor's Drive, Aguinaldo Highway, and the Santa Rosa Tagaytay Road.
We are committed, ang MP Cala, MPTC at ang MP committed with the partnership with the national and local government to bring this important road project into completion.
The CALEX is also setting new benchmarks for safety and convenience and efficient operations of expressway, as well as for grain operations. According to the DPWH and the MHI, the CALEX has been designed to be a green and sustainable expressway. It will have spaces for trees, plants, and other flora all along the expressway as well as at interchanges to help absorb carbon emissions. The expressway will also use LED lighting systems and renewable solar energy to power its toll plazas, toll equipment and systems, and operations management center. According to DPWH Secretary Mark Villar, the CALEX is part of the Luzon Spine Expressway network that will connect the northernmost part of Luzon to its southernmost portion. The benefits of more convenient, more secure, and more accessible motoring, however, come at a cost. With just a little more than 40 kilometers of the CALEX in operation, the toll rates as approved by the Toll Regulatory Board range from 14 to 64 pesos for Class 1 vehicles, 29 to 128 pesos for Class 2 vehicles, and 43 to 192 pesos for Class 3 vehicles, depending on entry and exit point.
The country, particularly those in the main island of Luzon, will soon find itself crisscrossed by interlinked tollways. It will certainly mean faster, more convenient inter-province motoring, but at a cost. Will the safety and convenience be worth it? That's our Motoring Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Make long distance easy with the Mirage G4.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Suzuki Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
You're back with us here on Motoring Today. We now have this week's valuable motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines. As seen on the animation, kapag ang traffic ay nag-merge sa single lane, vehicles must emerge alternately. Ito ay tinatawag na zipper rule. Matutong magbigay daan sa iba and wait for your turn. More motoring tips for you here on Motoring Today. Proper driver's demeanor while behind the wheel from Mitsubishi Motors Philippines.
Bayong chopper lang kaibigan, ako si Marlon, isang kapwa nyo chopper. Habang nagmamaneho, kailangan buo ang atensyon mo at hindi gulo-gulo.
Ang cellphone ay isa ng malaking bahagi sa buhay ng tao. Halos lahat ay meron at gumagamit ito. Pero sana kapag tayo ay nagmamaneho, tigilan muna natin ang paggamit ng cellphone. Paalala lang, sa pagmamaneho kailangan ang iba yung konsentrasyon. Kapag ikaw ay nagtetelepono, ang isip mo ay wala sa iyong pagmamaneho at ito ay maaaring maging rason para magkaroon ng aksidente.
Kung ayaw mong mamultahan o maaksidente, huwag kang gumamit ng cellphone habang nagmamaneho. Si Marlon Goodmalin, payong chopper lang kaibigan mula sa isang kapwa nyo chopper.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
The Mitsubishi Strada athlete, confident to the core.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsports is next. We start with the latest news and developments.
Autocross racing returned with round 4 of what is now called the 2020 and 2021 Philippine Autocross Championship Series held at the R33 Drift Track in San Simon, Pampanga. The Packs managed to complete 3 rounds in 2020 before the pandemic shut down grassroots racing events. According to round 4 provisional results released by PAX, 3 names are seen circling in the top 3 of the overall and open classes. Perfecto Pakutkot topped the overall category with Ryan Ablang in 2nd and Ron Suzon 3rd. Ryan Ablang topped the open class with Ron Suzon coming in 2nd and Perfecto Pakutkot 3rd. Ron Suzon was quickest in the novice class with Alfie Bince ending up 2nd and Amniel Barquez in 3rd. A new e-motorsport series has reeled off this month, the Porsche Gran Turismo Cup Asia Pacific, organized by Porsche Asia Pacific together with Porsche Japan, Porsche Korea, and Porsche Taiwan. The Porsche Gran Turismo Cup Asia Pacific is played in Gran Turismo Sport, a game designed for the PlayStation 4 console. It is open to participants from Singapore, Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, and New Zealand, who will collect points across 5 qualifying rounds, each of which will comprise 2 competition slots. Competitors who make it through to the 5 spots in the semifinals will meet the top racers from Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan, each sending their best 5. The top 10 competitors who will win the semifinals will then battle it out at the finals, and the winner will receive the grand prize of an all-expenses-paid Porsche weekend in Tokyo, including a visit to the Porsche Experience Center and many more Porsche moments.
And that's this week's World of Motorsports. Motoring Today continues right after this break.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Live extra
with the Mitsubishi Xpander Cross.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
Ford Philippines has brought in the new Mustang Shelby GT500. This Mustang has got a 5.2-liter supercharged cross-plane crank V8 engine, packing 760 horses and 847 Nm of maximum torque, mated with a 7-speed Tremec dual-clutch transmission. It comes with performance-enhancing features like, among many other things, MagneRide damping system, 3.73 torsion limited-slip rear differential, Brembo brake calipers, magnesium tower-to-tower brakes, and electronic line lock and launch control. There's all manner of bells and whistles fit for top-end performance cars, including track apps and 12-inch LCD digital instrument cluster with My Color, 8-inch capacitive center touchscreen with swipe capability, 2 smart charging multimedia ports, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. You can have one for just 7,760,000 pesos. Add 15,000 pesos for one in Twister Orange. Ford is also teasing pickup enthusiasts about the next generation Ranger that is coming soon. The big reveal for what Ford says is the smartest, most capable, and most versatile Ranger yet will be happening before the year is over. September will be memorable for those who take up Toyota Motor Philippines' incredible deals for the new vehicle purchases, free maintenance services, and other exclusives. One can drive home a Wigo E manual for as low as 5,970 pesos a month, an Innova 2.8J diesel manual for 12,372 pesos. Toyota is also offering an all-in package rate of 192,750 pesos for the Innova 2.8E diesel manual. The Fortuner G4x2 automatic can be had for 16,992 pesos a month, and the High Ace Commuter Deluxe for 17,155 pesos. Toyota is also offering free period maintenance of up to 20,000 kilometers for select variants of the Vios, Corolla Altis, Rush, Innova, Fortuner, Hilux, and High Ace. Also, all Toyota customers are entitled to a free safety inspection at all Toyota dealerships nationwide from September 1 to 30, 2021. Hyundai Asia Resources has launched the Hyundai Move, or Mobility Virtual Experience. Hyundai Move is designed to further engage Hyundai vehicle owners online via a virtual city that is divided into 6 zones, each promising a one-of-a-kind experience. These include the Me and My Hyundai Ride Photo Contest, where participants submit imaginative photos of themselves with their Hyundai vehicles. The Most Memorable Ride Story Contest, where participants share a 20-word account of their best experience with their Hyundai vehicle, dealership, or Hari-sponsored activity. The Test Your High Story Quiz, where participants answer 20 trivia questions about Hyundai in the Philippines. The Wish Board, a venue for posting comments, greetings, and well wishes to other Hyundai owners. The Best Ride Ever, where participants vote on the best Hyundai vehicle ever. And the Drive Forward Theater, a virtual movie house where participants can watch videos produced by Hari and Hyundai Motor Company. It's September, and already Mitsubishi Motor Philippines has a Yuletide treat for buyers. Mitsubishi Motor Philippines calls it the September Blowout Promo. The promo involves low down payment deals for the Mitsubishi Mirage, Expander, Strada, Montero Sport, and L300 until the end of the month. It's 28,000 pesos all in for the Mirage, 78,000 pesos for the Expander Cross, 88,000 pesos for the Strada, 168,000 pesos for the Montero Sport, and 88,000 pesos for the L300.
Our car of the week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. Subaru finally brought its biggest SUV to the Philippines. This edition of Showcase checks out the 2021 Subaru Evoltis.
There's no mistaking the Evoltis for what it is, a Subaru. As one sees it coming down the road, going fast and speeding off. The Evoltis represents Subaru's entry into the mid-size SUV segment, and it looks the part with its dimensions. 4,998mm long, 1,930mm wide, and 1,819mm tall. On size 245/50 R20 tires. The Evoltis rides a good 220mm off the ground. It also has a long 2,890mm wheelbase. It comes with a massive grille, a trend these days, and a large 5-star badge to drive home the point that it is still a Subaru. Despite this, there are still hints of the Outback and the legacy in its proportions. The Evoltis comes with much of the exterior features expected in premium SUVs. Front LED headlamps with auto levelizer and steering responsive function, fog lamps, daytime running lights, roof rails and roof spoiler, shark fin antenna, automatic rain sensing windshield wipers. Even the integrated turn signals on the power folding mirrors come in LED. And let's not forget the large power sliding glass sunroof. The Evoltis that Subaru brought in the country is the 7-seater with twin captain's chair in the second row and third row bench seat for 3. Speaking of the leather-lined seats, the driver gets a 10-way power adjust with memory function. The front passenger gets 4-way power adjust. The seats are also heated and ventilated. The Evoltis meant for the Philippines also comes with much of the expected comfort and convenience features for premium mid-size SUVs, keyless access and push-button start, power rear gate with memory function, 3-zone automatic air conditioning system. The infotainment system features an 8-inch touchscreen display, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, Bluetooth hands-free system. Audiophiles will love the fact that the Evoltis comes with a 14-speaker Harman Kardon audio system. There are USB power ports in all rows of seats for smartphones and tablets, as well as 19 cups and bottle holders. Subarus are renowned for superb handling and performance, driving earned from years of success in rallies. The Evoltis lives up to that rally-bred reputation. It is powered by a 2,387cc turbocharged gasoline engine that generates 260 PS and 375 Nm of torque. The Boxer engine is mated to a Lineartronic continuously variable transmission that sends power to all 4 wheels via Subaru's patent all-wheel drive system. The CVT may not be to everyone's liking, but there are paddle shifters for those who like better control of shifts. The steering wheel tilts and telescopes to aid the driver to get his preferred driving position. It also comes with controls for the audio system and cruise control. The Evoltis suspension uses the front McPherson struts and rear double wishbones that Subaru favors, the tuning of which seems biased for great handling. The brake system comes with ventilated discs on all 4 wheels. The Evoltis brought to local shores comes with the Subaru Eyesight driver assist technology that features systems that Subaru says help keep an eye on the road, alerts driver to potential dangers, and even help avoid collisions. The Eyesight technology includes front view monitor, pre-collision braking system, adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning and sway warning, lane keep assist, and pre-collision throttle management. Other driver assist systems include one-touch lane changer, rear cross traffic alert, reverse automatic braking, blind spot detection, and X mode that gives the Evoltis greater off-road capability. The Philippine spec Evoltis also comes with 4-sensor, 4-channel anti-lock brake system with electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, brake override, active torque vectoring, vehicle dynamics control system. Also standard in the Evoltis are front, side, curtain, and knee airbags, ISOFIX adapted child seat anchors, side door reinforcement beams, and engine immobilizer.
The Evoltis certainly comes with premium features that, added to Subaru's renowned quality, should make it an attractive choice for those looking for luxurious large SUVs. That's our featured vehicle on this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Introducing the all-new Isuzu D-Max into new heights.
Make long distance easy with the Mirage G4.
We now have our segment that dwells on the wide array of motoring problems, not only in the metro, but all over the country as well. This is where we present problems referred to us, or we ourselves see and hope to fully find solutions for. Our public service segment is next.
No contact apprehension may be a familiar term for a majority of motorists, with the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority implementing this for quite a while. Local government units are starting to follow suit. Back in December 2020, the Manila City local government has started its No Contact Apprehension Program, or NCAP, which reportedly resulted to lower traffic violations in the city. The Quezon City local government has also announced recently that it will implement the same, but no definite time was mentioned. While there are no reported serious claims on its implementation in the metro, and with good outcome as stressed by the Manila City government, various transport groups, however, expressed otherwise. They said the NCAP is another burden for their operators and drivers, and call on to lower the violation fees. Some also said that being caught by cameras won't let motorists defend themselves, but traffic authorities said that incorrect citations can be contested. In any given policy, there will always be pros and cons. Here's hoping that all parties involved may be able to come up with a win-win solution to this conflict.
That's our public service segment this week. And should you yourself encounter motor problems that need immediate attention, please feel free to contact us. See the details being flashed on your screen. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, please don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 35th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa.
Happy motoring!
Motoring!